What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my playthrough of Life is Strange. So last time we pretty much started episode 1. You know, the crazy shit already started happening, as we already found out that we got time rewind powers. We saved the girl from dying because she got shot. Looks like we got a text message here. Let's see here. Let's go all the way to the top. Do you want to meet for coffee after school? I need an excuse not to study. Please make sure you check out my new romantic on my flash drive. Hey Mad Max, let's bust shit up. Wait, I have to study for a physics test. So if we bust anything, we also have to measure its velocity. Don't ignore this message. Hi Max, can you get my flash drive? I need some info. Yeah, I just gotta say right here. You can clearly see that this dude, he sent all these messages throughout. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 days of sending messages, and not a single response from Max, unless she called him, I guess, but. I don't know. That's just kind of crazy. Hello. Sorry, running late. Insane day. I'll meet you in the lot. Looking cool. You'll see. My camera will be ready. See you shortly. I hope so.
Okay, I better get to my dorm and grab that flash drive.
Okay, so we gotta do that. Although,
oh, that's not nice. Poor little otter.
Cigarette butts. So I guess this is a smoking spot.
Ew, gross. At least switch to e-cigs. I don't want to go that way. Nope, I don't want to go there. Otter power? I'm so not there. I don't want to go that way. They sure get a lot of mileage out of otter power.
That's crazy.
Nope, I don't want to go there.
Oh, this is where the swimming pool is at?
And this is where the otters perform their aquatic magic. Posters over posters? Somebody really wants to find Rachel Amber. I'm sure this poster has stopped millions of bullies.
Too much information. Be here now. Multitasking keeps you busy, but not alive. Social media is no replacement for reality. Come visit the Buddha Center, 380 Schrader Road, Arcadia Bay, Oregon. Bully much? No bully thinks they're a bully, so think about that before you bully. If you think you become a bully, please go to www.bullyforyou.org. We'll stand up for you. Bible study. Looking to join fellow Christians to read and discuss? Thanks and God bless. Contact KM at Blackwell Academy. Why are some of these things just like cutting off? Cause yeah, like that clearly has to have an org at the end, a U at the end of that, or maybe not. Oh no, that's just how it is. Okay.
Lauren's waiting for me and his flash drive in the parking lot, so I better get back to my dorm.
Okay, so I guess I can't go that way.
Now I have to go back to the dorm. This day never ends.
Can I hold on? I'm sorry, guys. Let me try and see if I can change something real quick. Okay, that's what I thought. Wait, could I just? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Just cause so like I have to keep pressing shift down just to run. And it's not like other games where I could just toggle it on. Like I actually have to hold it. And I've never really been one to like holding down shift to run. If like it gives me the option to toggle, I do that just cause I don't know, it just feels like I feel like I put less strain on my pinky when I just toggle shift instead of like holding down shift. I found a better button, so this works. To be fair, you don't really need to use a lot of buttons for this game anyway, so that's why I put sprinting to like one of my mouse buttons.
Brooke actually has a drone?
Wait, where is it? Whatever.
Hi, Brooke.
Let me guess. You want to fly my drone?
I'd love to. I love planes and balloons and...
This is neither. Do you know what a drone really is?
A weapon, right?
You read too many conspiracy sites. This might be too complicated for you. Funny. Warren said you were smart. Please, step back.
Wow, that was kind of crazy. I can't believe that's what Max thinks a drone is, a weapon. Like, I know what drones nowadays, well even back then, were just kind of synonymous with weapons, but like, I just think that's a crazy thing to think.
I'm almost sure Warren has the same bag. It looks a bit nerdy, though. What a complicated name for such a tiny drone.
High Flight Evo B400? Oh, yeah, okay, so I got some info, so I think I could probably...
Sorry, Max. I have to focus on making sure this drone doesn't crash.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's try it now.
Hi, Brooke.
Let me guess.
That looks like a high-fly drone. Model B400 EVO. Now, that's a nice piece of tech.
You're full of surprises. Why would you know that?
I love aerial photography. Drones are perfect for that, especially those with great range. It's a new era of images.
Most impressive, Max. Warren said you were multifaceted. Here, give the drone a whirl around campus.
Okay, I didn't realize until like at the end there that I actually had to press space to continue.
I bet David Madsen would love to spy on us with this kind of drone. Here, Give the drone a whirl around campus.
Again, no, thank you. So, see, this I don't get. This time, Max said, "Oh yeah, I could use a drone for aerial photography." Why couldn't she have said that the first time? Like, just by looking at the model of the drone, it's not like she would have been able to know all of a sudden that she could use it for photos.
There's Hayden in his Vortex Club harem. He sure is living the dream. Hey, Hayden.
There she is, the retro selfie master.
That's me, all right. You look relaxed as usual, Hayden.
It's a skill one cultivates at Blackwell, especially when one represents the Vortex Club. Not to boast.
Do you really want Nathan Prescott to represent?
Oh, please. Nathan is like everybody's voodoo doll. Kill the rich kid. He's all right and a fun guy to hang with. Fuck the haters.
He seems genuinely unstable to me.
Nate has his extreme moments, but don't we all?
I don't know yet, Hayden.
I don't know, man. I mean, dude, it's pretty unhinged from what I've seen so far.
What the hell is the Vortex Club anyway? It seems so elitist.
Only if you're not cool enough to get in. And it doesn't hurt your resume.
If you say so.
I do. But you should actually come hang with us one night, then you wouldn't be so inclined to gossip.
That's such an elitist thing to say. Like, yeah, our club only seems elitist if you're not cool enough to get in.
I don't think so. I'm not Miss Party.
That's because you haven't partied with us. Or even Victoria, who's pretty funny when she's baked.
It seems weird to think about partying with all those Rachel Amber posters up.
You're high. Rachel used to hang out with us too. She was a blast. Smart, not bitchy like, you know.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, yeah, wait. Like who?
So you knew Rachel Amber?
I knew she liked to party. Fun to be around. Oh, yeah, and she was hot.
Did Victoria like Rachel? She seems like the jealous type.
Don't think you know Victoria so well. She respected Rachel, even if she didn't act like it.
Rachel was actually a member of the Vortex Club?
No. Rachel was like her own club. She was actually too cool for us. And I'll deny I ever said that.
Damn, that's crazy. Then she must have been like super cool. If even like, you know, like the elitist club thinks they weren't cool enough to hang out with her.
What do you think happened to her?
Whatever happens to people who disappear without a trace?
I'm more confused than before. It's such a mystery. Let's talk later, Hayden.
That it is, Max. Now, I have to get my chemical on and study. We should get you and Dana out one night.
I'm good. Which, by the way, I can relate to Max in that respect. I'm not much of a party person either. I never was, never have been, and never will be. I don't know. Well, so first of all, I mean, I don't really drink or smoke or anything like that, which I know you do a lot in parties. So because I don't do that, like I feel like that kind of already makes a lot of parties not fun for me. Let's sit.
This day has been so insane. Everything is happening too fast. And none of it makes any sense. These visions, this power. I keep expecting to wake up one more time. But if this is a dream, then I'm not asleep. Which means somehow I did rewind time. So there has to be a reason. And I have to find out why.
I like that. So that's something that this game does. It has a lot of these areas where you could just sit down and Max will kind of have a bit of a introspective thoughts about what's going on around her.
Mr. Jefferson has such a gift for different styles.
But yeah, like I was saying, in terms of partying, yeah, like I don't really drink, I don't really smoke, I don't really do drugs. I don't really like to dance. I don't really like socializing with people. So yeah, you can imagine why I don't really like to party, just because I don't really like doing any of the things that people typically do at a party. I could sit here. It's not giving me the option to. Like, I see that, but it doesn't give me like the mouse prompt, you know what I mean? Is it just like a glitch? I mean, it looks like this is meant to be sat on, but I don't know, I can't figure it out, so let's just keep going, I guess.
Can't go that way.
Future needs excellence. Okay.
I could go for a burger now.
You know what? Me too. A burger sounds nice.
I've never seen so many missing persons posters for the same person. There's Justin and his skater posse. They're so cute doing their tricks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she's such a kind of like skater boys, huh?
Yo, Justin.
Check out the Max. Come to thrash?
Thrash? You mean stage diving or...
You're such a poser. If you can't even name a simple nose slide or a tray flip, you should walk on.
Damn, why are people such assholes here? Like, I'm just trying to talk and it's like, well, if you don't know anything about my hobby, then why are you here? Alright, let's go back. So glad I can rewind time.
Yo, Justin.
Check out the Max.
I came to nose slide. But I'd love to see somebody do a tree flip.
Oh, sick. You're not a poser.
Nah, I just can't skate worth shit.
Aw, check it. We're gonna destroy some rails for you. What do you want to see?
No slide, I guess?
I'd love to see a nose slide.
Let's get Trevor all over that action. You!
Huh, that's all it is. It's just like a grind. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting. Let's rewind time.
Yo, Justin.
Check out the...
I came to know... Nah,
Aw,
go for a tree flip.
let's get Trevor all over that action.
Oh shit. Damn. I remember that. Like, he hits his nuts. he hits his nutsack trying to do that. And the funny thing is, you can actually take a photo of this dude too, which I'm gonna do. And the funny thing is, like, clearly, I'd like to think someone here saw me take a photo of him, and they each had nothing, or none of them had anything to say in regards to that. I just think that's funny, but yeah, you see, I got a photo here. That's him right there. Okay. What else?
Daniel is always drawing something. He makes me look like an extrovert.
Damn, that's crazy.
What's up, Daniel?
Oh, hi Max. Could I ask you a question? Would you mind letting me sketch you? I do put my sketches on Facebook though.
Sure, why not?
I'd be honored, Daniel. Makes me feel like a muse.
Funny, you should say that. I was just thinking about my real muse. Rachel Amber.
Damn, everyone knew her, huh? Start drawing.
You knew her?
No, but once she asked me to draw her portrait. Oh, she was a natural.
So what happened to her? There's gotta be a story.
She just stopped coming to class. Some people said she ran away. Some say she jumped off a cliff. I just hope she's okay.
Hard to avoid her posters all over campus.
Kills me to see her sweet face used as a crime photo. She had a good heart.
Okay, why don't you start drawing me? Even though I must be a step down from Rachel.
No way, you're a good substitute, Muse. Oh, that's a good posture. Good, good.
Best portrait ever.
Wait, why would this action have consequences?
Thanks, Max. I'd like to draw you another time if you want.
I don't know. I don't know what consequences it'll have as of right now, so I'm just gonna leave it. Which, you know, I'm impressed how quickly he drew that photo, cause I'm a bit of like an amateur artist myself, and there's no way I could draw sketch someone's portrait that fast. Now, I know this is a game, so maybe, like, sense of time and whatnot, but still, like, for me to do a portrait of someone like that would at least take me, like, a couple days. I mean, unless I really just wanted to do, like, a really quick sketch, which, I don't know. If I do it, it would not come out looking that good. Let's talk to this lady over here.
Miss Grant sure is dedicated to that petition. Hi, Miss Grant.
Excuse me, Max. I know everybody loves being asked to sign a petition, but would you do Miss Grant a favor and hear me out?
Sure, no.
Sure, I always have time for you. What's the petition?
David Matson, our chief of security, wants to put surveillance cameras all around the campus. Halls, classrooms, gym, dorm rooms, etc. Blackwell Academy should be a high school, not a high-security penitentiary.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I get why school should be on high alert these days, but cameras in the dorm rooms.
It's a slippery slope, and it's up to you and your classmates to stand up here. Blackwell Academy has a noble heritage, from the Native Americans who founded this land to the pioneers who shared it in peace, not fear and violence.
Damn, is it really actually that old?
The Native Americans?
The tribes who were here first, who welcomed the settlers. Both cultures found a mutual symbiosis and thrived. Now, before I assign you homework with this lecture, will you please sign the petition to keep our campus from going back to 1984?
Sure.
Absolutely. I don't mind security, but not pure surveillance.
I knew you were my favorite new student at Blackwell for a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go back and redo that because, yeah, I do have to agree with that. While I don't really like the idea of surveillance, I mean, even nowadays, like, I know, especially in schools, given, you know, how schools, at least here in the US, have become more common to like seeing school shootings and whatnot, but like I don't know, like I'm pretty sure a lot of schools where like that happens, they do that, and I mean, I don't really see the number of shootings going down. So to me it really just kind of seems like it's an excuse to just, you know, get more surveillance. I can't really get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. All I'm gonna say is, you just always have that classic, or you just always that's just always like something you hear about, where it's like that tactic that people use of creating some kind of threat and having people fear for their safety enough that they're willing to give up their freedom for security and whatnot. So it's just another classic example of that. But like I said, I won't get into it. At least not right now. Not for this game.
Evan's portfolio always looks so uber pro. I'd love to see his photos in there.
Uber pro? Who says that? Not even in 2014, I think people said that.
I think his name is Evan. He always looks so intense. Hey, Evan. Mind if I check out your cool portfolio?
Let's see if you're worthy of it, Max. You'll have to answer a simple question. Who photographed the famous falling soldier?
Why am I gonna guess? Why do I guess that none of these are right? And like the whole point is like you're gonna get it wrong no matter what, even if you happen to guess correctly, just so you can get the right answer, you know? I don't remember.
Isn't it Robert Doisneau?
Oh my. You can't even tell the difference between street photography and photojournalism. No portfolio peak for you.
For real, why are all these kids such stuck-up, like, assholes? See, this is why I don't like talking. This is the reason why I don't like talking to people. Because you try to just strike up conversations with people, you know, get to know them, maybe make a new friend. But then when they talk to you like that, yeah, people wonder why nowadays a lot more teenagers are becoming more and more antisocial, because they gotta deal with this BS.
Hey, Evan.
I'm so glad I'm not in high school anymore. Wait. I just realized they didn't even give me like the answer. So I guess I'm trial and error, I guess.
Gotta be Eugene Smith.
Well, they both were famous war photographer images, but you should know the difference. Good try. Wrong answer.
Bruh.
Sorry, I have to get back to my portfolio. No time for amateurs. No offense, Max.
I mean, I don't know. That did kind of sound a bit offensive to me.
Hey, Evan.
Let's see if you're...
Alright, so...
Robert Capa, of course. I love his work, despite the controversy about that photo.
My. This quiet child knows things.
That's why I'm here.
You're a kindred spirit, Max. Would you care for a perusal of my portfolio? It's not a privilege I grant to many.
I'd be honored, sir. These photos are great. And Rachel Amber's face is mesmerizing.
Okay. I mean, not bad, I guess. I think. Oh, wait, there's this guy over here. I think this is the last guy.
Clever.
What does that say? Vortex Club sucks?
Clever.
Oh, yeah.
That's Luke Parker. Zachary pushed him into a locker last week. Go bullies.
Wow.
Hello?
Max, I don't feel like talking.
Oh, sorry. I won't bother you.
Okay.
Let's talk later, okay, Max?
I only said that because I felt like saying what's wrong is like, I don't want to pry. Because I know some people, when they're like, I don't want to talk, they are like, oh, you know, they actually don't want to talk about it. But then there are other people who just like, they say that as a way to kind of bait you. Well, maybe not bait. Bait is not really the right word. But I guess they really say it because I guess they don't really like want to just blurt out saying like what's wrong. Because then, you know, it could be that the person asking like, whoa, like I didn't ask. But, you know, then like if you ask like what's wrong, then to them they kind of see it as like, oh, they actually want to know.
Hello? What's wrong?
Nathan Prescott, little rich bitch kid. He thinks he can own people like his parents own Blackwell. Like he owns the Vortex Club.
Yes, he's a nasty piece of work.
Somebody needs to take that prick down.
He'll take himself down.
Yeah, history always proves that, right? Just wait for justice, you sheeple.
Damn, bro. I mean, he's not entirely wrong. I mean, I think it's just more of a case-by-case thing, because I do think sometimes, yeah, people kind of bring themselves down, but not always.
Hello?
Max, I don't feel like talking.
What's wrong?
Nathan Prescott.
Yes,
Somebody need.
it'll happen. Karma doesn't play favorites.
Yeah, history always proves that, right?
So he says the same thing. I mean, he's not, like I said, he's not wrong though. I mean, personally, I'm not really a huge believer of karma. I've had enough, all I can say is I've had enough experiences throughout my life and just seeing things happen in the world that don't really prove karma's a real thing. Like, honestly, and this is just my opinion, you can disagree with me, but I feel like karma is just kind of like a thing people tell themselves just to kind of feel better about the world. Because it's like, if you have some asshole who's like, you know, being treated well and whatnot, like having the time of their life, being on top of the world.
That's so cool that Blackwell is doing a show of Mr. Jefferson's work.
I think a lot of people just want to tell themselves like, hey, like, you know, something's gonna happen to them because they don't deserve to be like this, or they don't deserve to, you know, have this life or whatever. And the same thing with like, if you try to do good, you know, I think it's just a way for people to tell themselves like, hey, as long as I keep doing good, good things will happen to me. But I don't know. I mean, I hate to be the cynic, but at least that's kind of been my experiences. So I think I don't really believe in karma. I think it's just kind of I think it's just a thing people tell themselves to kind of make sense of some of the crazy things in the world and to kind of make themselves feel like a little better, kind of like believing that there's still hope, that good things will happen to good people and bad things will happen to bad people. But it doesn't always work that way.
Stella always looks so serious and dedicated. Good for her. Hey there, Stella.
Hey, I know you. You're the new quiet girl in Jefferson's class. Isn't he incredible?
I think so. We're lucky to have such a famous teacher. And I actually love his work.
Me too. His New York urban stuff is great, but I'm glad he came back to his Oregon roots. Screw the East Coast elite. It must piss off those pretentious galleries that Mark Jefferson is teaching photography to us Blackwell hicks. Plus, he is pretty hot for an older guy. If Victoria wasn't all over him, I would definitely make a move.
That's crazy. Why are these kids acting like they would actually have a chance at I guess a middle-aged guy from the way they describe him? And secondly, do they realize that that dude could just get in a lot of trouble for that?
Now that you mention it, he doesn't respond to Victoria's flirting. That means he has good taste.
You have a lot to learn here at Blackwell. Rachel Amber absolutely had sex with him. Well, I heard that from a good source.
Interesting. See, you learn something new every day at school.
Like I said, you have a lot to learn. Max, see you in class.
You know, I think it's crazy that I just walked up to Stella. Clearly she was talking to her friend here. And then I just interrupted whatever conversation they were having. Just so she could talk to me, and her friend's just kind of like off to the side like, yeah, no. You know, that's fine. I'll let you guys just carry on with your conversation even though you just completely interrupted the one I was having with my friend. Alright, let's go to the dormitories.
Come on, Logan, bring it, brah. Yeah.
I need to go to my room and return Warren's flash drive.
Can I go back? Oh yeah, I can. But I shouldn't. Before we continue though, hold on.
The Prescott dormitory? Good lord, Nathan's family owns my dorm?
That was crazy. Before we continue, let's read this, shall we? Because I know it's been updated a bit, so I think we read this already. Oh. So let's see. I felt so shitty. I just wanted to get to the bathroom to be alone and wash my face after that nightmare. Or daymare. Once I got to the bathroom, I saw this odd, beautiful blue butterfly flutter in, and right when I took a photo of it in the corner, Nathan Prescott came in freaking out, talking to himself. I hid in the corner and this punk girl came in and they started arguing about drugs and money. Then Nathan actually whipped out a gun and shot the girl. This is where it gets strange. When Nathan fired the gun, I came around the corner and reached out for some dumb reason, as if I could stop the bullet. But suddenly, I could feel the world twisting around me and this pressure in my head. Everything seemed to rewind, and I found myself right back in class at my desk. I literally thought I had been doused down with some drug until I calmed myself down. I saw everything happen in class the way it did before. Major groundhog deja vu. Somehow I was able to actually rewind time. I knew the only way to find out if I was having a breakdown was to go back to the bathroom and see if I could save the girl from Nathan this time. I had no idea how either. I just knew I couldn't live with myself if I let her die again. I escaped Jefferson this time by knowing exactly how to answer his questions and rushed to the bathroom. I hid in the corner again and I couldn't believe it when Nathan showed up freaking out all over again. Then the girl came into the bathroom. Before Nathan could shoot her, I smashed open the ancient fire alarm and scared both of them away. Victory. Until I got grilled by the security chief, David Madsen, who thinks he's Chuck Norris, Blackwell Ranger. Nathan Prescott almost kills a girl in the bathroom, but no, I'm the problem. I was so glad when Principal Wells stepped in to shoo David away. I wanted to inform Principal Wells that I saw Nathan waving a gun in the bathroom, but I didn't want to mention the girl or my new rewind ability for obvious reasons. I wouldn't know how to tell him without making me look crazy. He grilled me for being out in the hall during a fire alarm. I'm still glad I didn't have to tell him that Blackwell's most big fucking deal student actually killed a girl in the previous timeline. So my school day started with an apocalyptic dream and then ended with saving a life and discovering I have some kind of power to rewind time. I don't know how to top that. Everything feels so surreal right now. I can't talk to anybody about this. Well, the only person I haven't seen in 5 years. I could confide in Warren. He's smart and knows science, so maybe he could think of an explanation. Though I have no idea what that could be. Until I can figure this out, I better stay on the down low with this stuff and focus on my classes. Warren sent me a text asking for his flash drive back. Even though I haven't had chance to check out all the cool shows and films on there. I watched a few episodes of Doctor Who and X-Files, binged on Full Metal Alchemist, then Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill, all kinds of Amazon women, black and white badassery. Tetsuo, a total cyberpunk trip with amazing visuals, and Scott Pilgrim for the millionth time. Hey, that's what I like. She knows what's up. Scott Pilgrim's a classic. On a side note, I saw a missing persons poster on campus for Rachel Amber, a pretty Blackwell student who vanished. It's so sad to see her smiling face and think about the awful things that could happen. If there was a way for me to rewind back 6 months, I totally would. You know what? Since we're here, why don't we read some of these character? I think. Yeah, they're not that long. My name is Max Caulfield, and ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a photographer. I've always seen the world through my own lens finder. Maybe it's a way for me to be part of the world, but at a safe distance. For some reason, I was always drawn to old analog camera gear rather than digital tech. I love all kinds of styles and techniques, but for me, the instant camera selfie is the one I love most. I don't care if people make fun of me or not. I'm in great company, right? And now I've come all the way back to my childhood home to study photography at Blackwell Academy, a private school for 12th grade seniors. Wait, is it only for 12th grade seniors? Because, like, is that a thing? Cause I don't know. To me, having a whole school, cause this is basically like a boarding school, right? Like a private boarding school. Having a whole private boarding school just for one grade, I think is crazy. Because I don't know. I mean, I guess since it's a private school, that means it's privately funded. So I guess, you know, whoever funds the school and whatnot, like, if they got the money, sure. But I just think the concept is kind of crazy. Like, what do you mean you have a private school for only 12th grade seniors? I mean, I'd like to think that's not the case, but I don't know. Just so everyone there is in the same grade, and that means everyone just shows up for the 1 year and then they leave. I don't know. I mean, yeah, if someone knows, like, tell me, because as far as I know, I've never heard of a school like that, but I could be wrong. On a scholarship even, I originally left behind Chloe, my best friend forever, at least until I left without talking to her once in 5 years, and it feels so weird to be back here without seeing her yet. So I'm 18 now, an official adult, even though I don't always feel so wise or mature. And I'm ready to begin a whole new life here with retro camera at my side. Say cheese. Not only is Mark Jefferson one of the best photographers in the world, he's also my teacher. And one of the reasons I wanted to come to Blackwell. How often do you get to be mentored by one of your inspirations? I've always loved his deco and goth style, and he's so versatile with all of his incredible print and advertising work. Still, Jefferson can be a bit condescending. He's pretty hip for his age, but kinda aloof and sometimes pretentious. He has this smug smile when he thinks he's right, but I do think he's preparing us for how tough it is to be a full-time artist. He acts like he understands my own work and obsession with analog images. He really wants me to enter a photo in this Everyday Heroes contest, but I've done a good job of avoiding that. The winner gets to fly to San Francisco to represent Blackwell Academy and get national exposure. I like to think my work could be good enough to win, and I'm honored Jefferson even bugs me about the contest. Yeah, he does sound like your typical pretentious artist. So, yeah, checks out, I guess. I've forgotten if I've ever seen Kate Marsh smile or laugh in the past months. She's really sweet and nice, and even though the other students make fun of her abstinence campaign, even if they act immature, everyone at Blackwell are senior. Okay, so see, is that really? Wait, hold on. Everyone, even if they act immature, everybody at Blackwell are seniors, not high school freshmen. She gets a lot of shit, in fact. I know she's involved in a lot of religious groups, but she doesn't preach to me, so I don't care. But, okay, so two things. First of all, I guess that does confirm that Blackwell Academy has to be a school for only seniors, because she literally just said everybody at Blackwell are seniors. No high school freshmen. So, seriously, is that really a thing? Is there really schools only for, like, seniors? And if there is, how does that work? I don't understand how that works. To me, I just think investing so much money just to have kids go to school for 1 year, I don't know, it just seems crazy to me, but maybe it isn't as crazy as I thought. Secondly, I have to say, I wish a lot more religious people were like this, because that's one thing I've always kind of found annoying about religious people. And I mean, this isn't every religious group, it's only really like one of them. I'm not gonna say which group, but I think everyone knows who it is, but I don't really want to say anything. And it's just that, like, I think, because I've always kind of been of the belief of, if I don't preach my religion to you, what makes you think that's okay to preach your religion to me? And I know some people, I get it. Like, the purpose of religions is to kind of, like, if you really love a religion so much, if you believe what your religion says is true and whatnot, it awakens you, you think more people can benefit from it, like, that's fine. But I just think if someone tells you, like, hey, don't preach to me your religion, like, then that's when you stop. But there are just some people who really don't know how to take the hint, and they just keep going and going. And to me, that just kind of really pisses me off, because, like, if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I don't want to practice it, I'm not gonna practice it. And, like, let's be real, if you wanted me to practice, like, your religion, right, would you prefer that I only do it begrudgingly because you kept annoying me and whatnot? Or would you prefer that I actually, like, do it because, like, I actually want to, and, like, I take the initiative to do it, I feel like that's just how it should be. If people really want to, like, practice your, like, whatever religion you want them to practice, they'll do it of their own accord. You know, they don't need someone to tell you. Like, yeah, I guess you could always provide information. Maybe people don't know much about like whatever religion you want to preach or whatever. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but same thing. Unless people are actively asking for that, I just think you shouldn't. And I just think that's just how it should be. I think the world would be a little better if people just accepted that. Because you gotta remember, like a couple centuries ago, like people really went to wars just because of religion. So I just think, yeah, simple as that. You know, there is no true one religion that like is the definitive one. There's a reason why multiple religions exist. Everyone believes that their religion is the right one. So, you know, because of that, it's like just let people believe whatever they want to believe, as long as it's not harming anyone. And yeah, just let people live how they want to live. And if they really are curious or are considering like converting to your religion or whatever, then you can, you know, kind of help them out. But don't try to like go up to people. You know, it's like, I don't know why it's so normalized where you see like all those people walk up to people's houses and they're like, do you have a minute to like hear the word? And it's like, no, I don't. And why are you coming into my house? Or like, why are you walking up to my doorstep to waste my time with this? I don't want to hear what you have to say. So sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but that's why I like Kate. Like, you know, even though she's like clearly like a very, very religious, you know, the fact that she doesn't really preach, you know, that's good. But yeah, it does suck that she does get a lot of hate for, you know, just being religious. Especially because it seems like she's like the good kind of religious people. Like I said, there's the bad kind, like the people who kind of worship their religion like if it's a cult. And I think those are the people who like, yeah, you want to be very careful with. Alright, but anyways, but she's been extra quiet and introverted the past couple weeks. She looks like she's in zombie mode. I wish I could help her, but I can barely help myself. I wonder if all that bullying has worn her down. I could see how it would. I had to make an effort to talk to her more often. Maybe invite her to tea or a movie. Although she's an adult, I bet she's not allowed to watch R-rated films. Yeah, that's crazy actually. Then there's Victoria Chase, the elite of Blackwell Academy, and the total bitch. And I hate saying that. I just don't know why somebody who's so rich and beautiful needs to be so fucking mean. Yeah, you and me both, right? You would think the people, you know, the rich and beautiful people, they have everything in their life, so why do they tend to be like the most or why do they tend to be the meanest people out there, you know? I just think that's crazy, but whatever. Maybe it's just like a power trip type of thing. That's the only explanation I can think of. 18-year-olds at a prestigious academy should be evolving into artists, scholars, not reality show contestants. Victoria does everything for maximum drama. She actually wastes her time calling me out in class and taunting Kate Marsh. For reals. I wish her parents could see her in action. They'd cut off that trust fund fast. Then again, she's in the Vortex Club, and they seem to own the school, so maybe that's why she doesn't give a shit. The odd thing is that she does know art and photography. She can't even say all those French names that break my tongue. Her work is a little cold, but she has a good eye. She also has an eye for Mr. Jefferson, which is so obvious that I'm embarrassed for her. She does everything but sit in his lap. He keeps his distance, so we can all tell she's trying to win the Everyday Heroes contest, but I'm sure it drives her crazy when there's somebody she can't buy or seduce. Ha! Just when I thought Victoria Chase would be the worst of my social problems, now I have to deal with Nathan Prescott. But I guess he was the one who triggered my crazy rewind power by shooting that girl in the bathroom. He's 18 and already a scary fucking prick. I guess I have a little advantage on Nathan by being able to manipulate time, but if he shoots me, I may not be able to reverse anything. I have to be careful around him, especially since he's obviously got friends in high places as his family last name is practically branded on every building here in Blackwell. His money against mine. On one hand, I do kind of feel bad for Nathan because he doesn't seem to be in control, like he's doped up or over medicated. On the other hand, he's an asshole who nobody has called out, and he almost did kill a girl on campus. Should I go straight to the police? What do I say about my rewind power? I'd say anything. I just have to watch my own back from now on. Oh, and school day. Oh, school days. Damn, that's crazy. This dude really has. She really decided to draw the Confederate flag for this dude. I never noticed this when I first played this game. Like, I'm just looking at the imagery, the Confederate flag, you know, the military insignia, a revolver with US. Like, this dude really is just the stereotypical American, huh? Whoa, I swear that security guard is the biggest ass here, and that's saying a lot. He always treats everybody like they've committed a crime or they're about to commit one. He grilled me in the hall today and I thought he was going to arrest me. I don't know much about him, but I heard he was kicked out of the army or something. So of course he would end up at Blackwell Academy in charge of security. Aren't you supposed to feel, I don't know, secure on campus? Bro, dude, swaggers everywhere with that badge and gun like he's looking to tase somebody. He would make a good photo portrait of authority though. Who does a guy like that marry? I feel sorry for his family. It would be like living in the barracks. Shudder. Just another person I had to avoid at Blackwell. Collect them all. That's crazy. He got kicked out of the army? I wonder why. And I wonder, like, how long he was in the military before he got kicked out. I can't figure out where Principal Wells is coming from. For some reason, he seems to be suspicious of me at all times. Who knew I was that much trouble? He wanted to know why I was zoning out in the halls. I stuttered like a fool. He has so much power over my scholarship, I get uber nervous around him. I've seen him laughing with other teachers and students, so I know he must have a problem with me. He also seems a little stressed out. I would be too if I had to oversee Blackwell and all its drama. I thought I smelled alcohol in his breath, but that could have been his cologne, right? But I remember my first meeting in his office, and he was so nice and made me feel like I was becoming part of his special world. He said he hoped I would become a great photographer and someday return the favor to Blackwell. I thought that was a bit of wishful thinking, but it made me feel good. I just need to lay low around him until I could somehow gain his trust. Alright, and that's it. So, I know that was kind of a lot of reading, guys, but, you know, at least we got some, what's the word? We got some background into some of the characters, so that's always good.
I always get a little giddy when I think about having my own room.